Good afternoon, and thank you for coming back to another Tony Montana video. Here we are going back home. Girl is getting her second breath. When I just finished the Spanish video version of this video, which is actually I did it before, obviously. She was almost next to me. I guess she was tired, but now since we're here, I guess she has more energy. Or she just got her second win and she's pulling again. I was talking about, the evaluation I go through, the evaluation process I go through with these dogs, assessing them since they were born. I'm not saying, I am right 100% of the time, but I am working on always getting a better take on the dogs, better idea of how they're going to become as adults. Then eventually, if I give them away or sell them, I'm looking for owners that are looking for the right type of personality. So I could match the dog to the owner or what the owner is looking for with the dog that is naturally enticed to do exactly that. Come on. So anyway, here she is. Somebody told me that she looked malnourished. My dogs look malnourished. And some other people telling me my dogs look like they're in pre-keep shape. I don't know. Some people just hate to hate. Good thing what's up, bro? What's up, dude? Anyway. Agarra tu perro. Hold your dog. Hold your dog. No clue. Good thing the dog didn't even see it. But anyway, man. What I wanted to talk about today is about the difference between Pedigree being registered with an organization, a registry of pedigrees, and registering your pedigree online. Huge differences, and so it seems like some people don't know the difference and are confused, and they think that one thing means the other. Well, excuse me. Let me clarify that let me cross it here. Let me clarify that the registry organizations that are in business to register dogs of different breeds, and for our sake, we'll talk about the ADBA. They are an organization. There are other organizations that deal with the American People Terrier as only, or as their main breed they register. So we'll just talk about the ADBA. We know that there's other smaller registries. There are others registries that people feel are more reliable in terms of honesty of pedigree. Let me just a second. And so, sorry, I had to go through some people here that are selling stuff. So anyway, those registries are, in the business of assuring the validity of the things that they're registering. Sometimes they'll ask for DNA profiling on the parents, and then that way, then pictures obviously of the dogs, picture of the dogs being tied, things like that, so that there is more checks and balances that somebody's lying. That's another pit bull. Sorry about that. Nah, she's full of energy now. Now she's looking around like, what? Sorry about that. But it comes with the territory of having American People Terriers. you have to make sure you're able to hold them, handle them. So anyway, so these registries are in the business of making sure that people that are buying these dogs are getting what they believe they're buying. So and yes, they're not foolproof. There's ways around it. Obviously, the more malicious your intent, the more ways of doing what you're doing or what you want to do that you have. But these registries try to do their best, and then when they catch you, for example, doing something, or they feel you've been doing something not on the up and up, they might stop you or disallow you from registering dogs from, for example, X dog, and demanding DNA profiling on dogs that you want to continue selling puppies from. So these are things that happen under a registry. In contrast, when you do online, all you need is to pay your subscription, to become registered with it, and then you can start creating pedigrees. You know, these pedigrees online are not in the business of maintaining correct information. They're not in the business of any of that. They're in the business of attracting people to the registry, online registry, and allowing them to use it as they please. There's no policing. There's nothing of the sort. If there is, it's very minimal. Let's take Pets Online, for example. If you navigate Pets Online a lot, you might see once in a while, you'll see on top by the picture something like, if you are using this pedigree to test breed, basically test breeding is just to see how it looks, what the percentages will look like. That's a test breeding. Please delete it after you're done. And then, because obviously you could do whatever you want, and the person won't know that if it's true or not. And then sometimes you see on the same pedigree or other pedigrees, something like, this dog, let's say Bruno the dog, was never bred to Sally and Georgina. Those puppies from those breedings are fake. Things like that, they might say. And so, what happens when these people may do is create another pedigree of that particular dog that the breeder got noticed, for example, that they were using his pedigree, recreate the same dog, same name and everything. Now they have a different pedigree number, so they can use a clone pedigree of the dog, and now the other owner doesn't have anything to do with it, because it might say like say example, it's a macho buck, just to say the name, like people know. Maybe the original owner of macho buck, or whoever has charge of those pedigrees, say, hey, that never happened, that breeding never happened, blah blah blah, and puts it on a macho buck main pedigree. And so the guy says, I'll just recreate the pedigree, and instead of saying exactly the same and saying whatever, they might put initials for the kennel name and macho buck, or just macho buck, or just a little different, so that it's not flagged or whatever else. And then you have a pedigree. You have a pedigree of dogs, of dogs that really has nothing to do with the dog they're selling you. And so if they're selling you a high-priced dog, and they only offer you a Pets Online, well, heads up, you might as well buy yourself a pedigree dog from a registry. no, registered dog from a registry. Okay, don't be fooled, because if you get fooled once, it's your fault. It's their fault rather. If you get fooled twice, it's your own fault. So let the buyer beware. There's a big difference between pedigree from a pedigree registry like ADBA and something like Peds Online. Peds Online, anybody could create any type of pedigree. I could grab Mayday. I could grab Mayday, and I could grab Honey Bunch and say, hey, I got dogs from these dogs. See, and I show you the Pedigree Online. See, Pedigree Online. This is mine. I got frozen semen from Mayday, and I've got whatever, or they could build from that. It doesn't even have to be that particular one. They could say, okay, I bred Honey Bunch to Mayday, and then from there, those dogs became champions and grand champions, and I bred them to, let's say, something crazy like Midnight Cowboy or Pit General. The best female I bred the Pit General, and that produced blah blah blah, and you have a whole 4 generations of made up shit. You know, that's what happens when you're dealing with the online services. There's no policing. There's nothing. At least in the registries, you'll have to if you get caught doing something or you're being sneaky, they'll tell you, hey, DNA profile, and then maybe you can't register any more dogs from X male or X female, whatever. You know, they'll be much tougher on that particular person that's being assumed to have done something mischievous, incorrect, just to confuse or just to lie to the public. Anyway, I hope you find some use to this. This is Tony Montana. Remember, I'm here to tell the truth, to be helpful. I don't monetize my channel. I'm not looking to be nothing. I'm not looking for anything other than be helpful. This is Tony Montana. Until next time. Hey, hello, my dog.